We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tặng thịnh, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh, thịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã môn, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đắc lạc, tốt chứng vô sanh. Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one. Nam mô Sananto Suchedo Ye Lahudi Samyao San Potosie. Nam mô Tát Đắc Tha Tô Già Đà Già A La Ha Đề Tam Miệu Tham Bồ Đà Thoa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I am able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one true and actual doctrines. Wu sheng 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 wei miao fa bai jian, wan jie nan zhao yu wo jin, jie wen de shou qu, yuan jie ru lai zheng shi yi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Jing Liang, Great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good known advisors of Emitofuo. 诸佛菩萨、精良大师、师父、上人、各位出家人、各位善知识、弥陀佛。Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại sư Hòa thượng Tiên Hóa, quý thầy cô và các vị thiện tri thức A Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the 29th of March 2026. Thank you for joining our discussion of the first chapter of the Avatamsaka Sutra. We're on slide something. (637) it is. Okay, let's continue. This is a chapter on world rulers. We introduce with a list of these big shots in our world. Okay, and this happened to be the Kinnara kings, celestial kings, Kinnara musicians. They are there. Their purpose is to entertain the Christian God. So, and yet, you see how frivolous the bodhisattvas can be. These actually are bodhisattvas who pretend to be Kinnara kings. And their contribution to our world is to give us wonderful entertainment. Who says the cultivation is boring? Okay, so we start first with working hard and renouncing everything, letting go of everything, and eventually, once you have wisdom, because after you let go of everything, you experience emptiness, this is when you have great wisdom that you will be able to contribute to the world. Okay, And here we are. Okay. Kinnara king everywhere, delighting the beholder, gain a passage into liberation of, manifesting bodies of myriad wondrous forms.
普乐见紧那罗王得示现一切妙色身解脱门。
This Kinnara king, he became enlightened. Not just enlightened, he became a Mahasattva by practicing this Dharma door. And that's why he's known to be everywhere delighting the beholder, meaning he goes everywhere. Wherever he goes, he has a way of making us delighted to be with him. Not necessarily to see him, but to be with him. Okay? And so, isn't it nice to be able, as part of your existence, the meaning of your life, and you're known for, is to bring delight to others. Okay? Not as the richest man or the most powerful man. These are much more powerful than the richest man on earth. And yet, what they do, they got there by delighting everyone. And they everywhere, not just Vietnam, not just Korea, everywhere throughout the universe. It's so cool. Can you imagine the kind of mileage they accrue? Oh, okay. Anyway, and he, what he does is to manifest. How to delight them? By manifesting a myriad of subtle and wonderful forms. So he can appear in various bodies, if you will. If people like a singer, he'll appear as Taylor Swift, okay? Or what is it, K-pop nowadays? What's the team? Now they're getting together again, I heard. BBS, yeah, something like that. Yeah. KBS, there you go. See, this lady here follows the music. I love it, okay? Not boring like the rest of you, okay? TBS? DTS, yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, there's another one, yeah. Very good. BTS, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so they can manifest in any form, okay, to please our eyes. Isn't that interesting? The importance of pleasing people's eyes with how using plastic surgery. I'm fascinated by Korean plastic surgery, but apparently you don't need plastic surgery when you get to that level, okay? So they manifest any kind of bodies at all, human bodies, animal bodies, and black bodies, white bodies, Nazi bodies, white supremacist bodies, illegal alien bodies. Am I losing any of you yet? Okay, never mind. Next, Kinnara king adornment with supreme light, gain a passage into liberation of, understanding the karma that leads to perfecting all sorts of supreme adornments.
最圣光庄严紧那罗王得了知一切殊胜庄严果，所从深夜解脱门。
Okay, so he says people are impressed by beautiful things or adornments. Okay. Oh, by the way, I was thinking as I came here this morning. We have these little windows here. Can we turn them into the Buddhist flag? The colors of Buddhist flag? Yeah, very subtle. We are Buddhists, not Catholic. Okay, these things that flip up and down, okay? They're different colors. It's very inexpensive to cut these glasses. I think we have some glass cutters or stained glass cutters down south, okay? And those diamond-coated glass cutters, and you cut, it's the shape, you buy the different color, cut the shape, and replace them. It's that simple, but very subtle, okay? Mahayana. Okay, very good. So he, what he does is he says people like adornments. So he says, do you guys know that the good adornment you have, okay, it's from a specific karma? So if you want this, then you need to create this kind of dharmas. Okay? And so that's how he became enlightened. He became a Mahasattva at his level, by teaching people how to create the proper karmas to get what they want in terms of beautiful things, beautiful adornments. Okay? And he's one of the best. That's why he's known as Supreme Light. Supreme Light meaning that his light of wisdom is unparalleled. Next, Kinnara King, exquisite flower banner, gain a passage into liberation of, capably contemplating the retributions that result from all worldly karma.
为妙华床紧那罗王，得善观察一切世间业所生报解脱门。
Okay, and next one. Okay, so he says this particular exquisite flower banner. So another one well known for his adornments. He's so adorned, it's like flower banner. Okay, it's real exquisite. Okay, and he says that his specialty. He became a Mahasattva and be put in that position by being skillful at contemplating the retributions that result from all worldly karma. What it means is that he looks at people. He doesn't sit there and work in vacuum. This is my version of it. He travels all over. He looks at different types of people. And he says, wow, you are that way because you... So he dug back and looked at one person, okay? He looked and then he backtracked and said, oh, you got there because of this and this and this. Okay? So what does he do? In essence, he's giving us the clarification about cause and effect. Okay, when causes affect people, just talk about just theory, but people are a lot more impressed, a lot more convinced when you talk to them about real things that are of interest to them. Okay, so if you're rich, for example, you're a trillionaire or something, it's because in the past you did certain karmas, not because this lifetime you scamming and cheating people. Don't think that's how you become a trillionaire. Okay, you become a trillionaire because in the past you did some good stuff. Okay, so that's what he does. He backtracks and helps us see clearly. So including those of you who are like bodhisattvas or mahasattva, he says, oh, you became so-and-so because of these things you did in the past. So he can go way, way back. If you look at it, he can go backtrack to prior lifetimes. Okay? So he's a specialist at looking back. Next, Kinnara King, earth-shaking power, gain passage into liberation of, constantly embarking on any deed to benefit living beings.
动地利紧那罗王，得恒起一切利益众生事解脱门。
How did he become a Mahasattva? Okay, he says, anything that's beneficial to living beings, I will do it. No discrimination. Okay, this includes all sorts of things that benefit living beings, not just big things, but small things, all sorts of things. Big things, small things, insignificant things, medium, important things. He does them all. Meaning, no discrimination whatsoever. He says, if I can benefit you, this is a lesson, folks. This is how he gained great wisdom. If I can be of benefit to you, okay, I will do it. I don't say, my time is not worth with my time. It's best I do the biggest thing or the most important thing that others cannot do. This guy does not discriminate. That's part of his wisdom. All right? And he does it so well that he's known as earth-shaking power. What does it mean, earth-shaking power? The earth. Okay? The earth here we stand on, he can shake it, he could quake it. If he wants to, he can shake it. Okay? How do we do a DTT? We walk on the wood floor, dung, 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 and the rest of us goes up and down. Okay? That's how we do a DTT. But he can not, we only do a DTT. That's all we can do. For him, he shakes the entire earth. Okay? That's how powerful he is. What does it mean? He scares the heck out of demons. Just think about it. You stand on there, all of a sudden the earth is shaking. What's the first reaction? Run, right? Run. No one says, anyone has experienced an earthquake and you go, Emitofuo. Praise the Buddha, One Yin Bodhisattva. No, you run first. Don't be stupid. Okay? Whereas this is why the fact that he's around is very terrifying to the demons. It's like the demon standing on the earth and it's being shaken when he's around, when they see him, when they get and pick a fight with him. All right, next. Oh wait, I should let you read it first. Sometimes I told you feed me too much at lunch, I don't read anymore. I'm warning you, okay? Today, you wouldn't believe it. 5 different types of sweets, 3 Central Vietnam dishes. Okay? Nice. Okay. Kinnara King, awesome and brave Lord, gain a passage into liberation of fully understanding the thoughts of all Kinnaras and carefully gathering in and directing them.
威猛主紧那罗王得善知一切紧那罗心巧设谢解脱门。
Okay. So, he developed great wisdom of a Mahasattva by reading the thoughts of the other Kinnara, his subjects. Okay, his subjects are these Kinnara things with a horn. Look like a man. Okay, human body but with a horn. Okay, and so he understands the thoughts of all Kinnaras, meaning he can read the minds. Okay, Chu here in not understanding but to know. Okay, there's shan chu to know well, not fully understand. Understanding is something else. Okay, understand is dong. Chu here is just to know. It's nothing to understand. Okay, this is like worldly people using the word understand. How often you see the word understand used in Mahayana? very, very inoften. Okay? It's not about understanding, it's just to know. Yes, 3. Three, wake up. I'm the only one allowed to fall asleep.
She's doing it.
Master, you told us there's nothing to understand.
So?
Is it fair to say there's nothing to know as well? Or that's not true?
There's nothing to know when you have no brains.
Okay. So there's something to know, nothing to understand.
Understanding, to me, understanding means processing. Do you understand? Do you get it? And that's processing. What to know is to know without having the process. There's a difference between knowing and understanding. Understanding is, there's mental processing there. Do you understand? Do you get it? Okay? That implies processing. Using your logical mind. What's to know is no processing. Do you know? Do you know the way to Las Vegas, to Reno? You just know. You don't need to process, right? Do you know? Okay? And I need to stress it because nowadays, and I don't mean to criticize any people, but the young people, they don't know anymore. They use GPS. My generation, when I go somewhere, I know where to go. I don't need to punch into my GPS and then follow left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. No, I just know you go there, and when you see the street lamp there, you turn right. Okay? You know exactly what to do. GPS, okay? They relegate knowledge to GPS. Okay, that's my problem with young people nowadays. Anyway, understanding. Okay, could you change it, please, to know, to shan is to know well, to adeptly know the thoughts of all Kinnara, meaning he reads minds. Anyone reads minds? Oh, never mind. Read minds? When you read minds, you don't understand, you just know. Is that clear?
Which one is he changing?
Why? Am I the only one? None of you can read mind? Huh? Okay, let me give you the example. In your younger days, because most of you are old now. What? See? You know what I'm talking about. There you go. I rest my case. People just know certain things, right? You just know. Oh, you just know. Knowing here is without thinking, without any processing at all. That's to know. That's Chu. Okay. Shan Chu is he knows it. So he's so adept at knowing. He's so proficient at knowing that it's instantaneous for him. He just knows. All right. The thoughts are all Kinnaras. Okay. So he can read them all. He can read, he can, just like Master Hsuan, very scary. He would lecture and look at you and say, oh, I know some of you are objecting to my saying, you know, this thing here, you complaining. He knows, okay? He scans you and he sees your thoughts and he can see, he can detect your thoughts. Like, so he knows the thoughts, okay, and he's good at using expedience to gather them in, okay, and this is Yu, right? Sure, Yu, no? Chinese teacher. Hey, 老师, Chinese 老师. Oh, you don't recognize these you only see 简体, you don't see traditional characters. See, I knew it. You lost your treasures. Okay, so he knows the thoughts of the Kinnaras, so he knows what they like and whether they're excited, they're bored, and so he's able to cleverly to use expedience to gather them in, and you here is like, I think more like a horse. Okay, you stir with the bridles. Is that, what is it called? That thing you stir the horses with? 3. Or on a Tesla, it's called a yoke. A joke or a yoke? I don't remember. Tesla jokes anyway. Okay, and so someone looks up this Chinese character, please.
It is Yu.
Yu, okay, and Yu here is like stirring a horse, right?
Right. It's like a driver, the person who drives the
driving horse, like a horse,
the carousel.
Horse thing. So use these reins here, and you stir the horse. Okay, so it's very, very graphic. Okay, 角射喻. He used expedience to draw them in and then stir them. It's so graphic, if you ask me. I look at the Chinese character and say, wow, this is what you have to do. That requires wisdom. Okay? Sometimes in my path of cultivation in the past, people will say, oh, I can read your mind and so forth. But you look at this guy, he reads your mind, but then he uses skills to help you. He doesn't read your mind to impress you. He doesn't read your mind to oppress you. He doesn't read your mind to make money of it. Can you see that? Okay, that's the huge difference between a worldly approach and people with great wisdom. Always about having skills and special abilities to aid others, not to help themselves. Please keep that in mind, okay? Okay, there you go. Any questions? Are you waiting for reinforcements? This guy here, we're going to have a taping session after the lecture. So he's one ear listening and the other ears, the other half of the mind is, planning. Anyway, distraction, lots of distractions. At that time, Kinnara, King Bright, heaven of kind wisdom, received the Buddha's awesome spiritual power.
尔时善慧光明天紧那罗王成佛威力
Universally contemplated Kinnara multitudes and spoke the following verse.
普观一切紧那罗众而说颂言
Okay, now, this section here, you just went through the introduction of the 10 very influential Kinnara kings, then the lead Kinnara king, celestial king. Then, what did he do? He looked at all the Kinnara kings. You see that? The kind of levels of wisdom. The Kinnara kings, celestial kings, they're there because they help a lot of low-level Kinnaras. See that? That's how they became Mahasattva. Now they're all together. same level, Mahasattvas. Now the lead Kinnara king here, celestial king here, looks horizontally. He says, I need to educate you. See how multi-layered it is? Huh? The Avatamsaka Sutra. It tells you how they get there, and then now it tells you, now, how do you go beyond it? Okay, you're bored to death. Okay, there you go. Okay, yeah. Oh, then Master Shuan went back to Living Buddha. I'm not interested. You can read it. All peace and joy in the world arise from seeing the Buddha.
世间所有安乐事，一切皆由见佛心。
The teacher benefits all sentient beings. He is a place of universal refuge, saving and protecting them.
导师利益诸众生，普作救护归依处。
Okay. What happened? All peace and joy in the world. Pretty strong statement. I'm shocked. His first line says, anything that brings joy to the world. And peace as well. Peace and joy. And to me it's interesting because it's sort of trying to tell you that the joy is deeper, is better when it's preceded by peace. An le, you need safety, you need security before you can enjoy yourself. Peace and bliss. Okay? Can you change it to bliss, please? You use joy, it's misleading. This is much more important than joy. This is why, you see, one mistake in translation kinds of distorts the teaching entirely. If I started by telling you a joy, because I was going to go in that direction of joy, but when I look at the an le here is not joy, it's bliss. So he says here, all the peace and bliss in the world, okay, arise from seeing the Buddha. Meaning that these special individuals, there's nothing wrong with you going have a drink, a beer, and see a movie, play soccer and those things. Those are joys. It's normal. Look at your kids. They should have joy. Nothing wrong with that. That's part of growing up. It's part of life is to have joy. However, there's something called peace and bliss. Okay? Please remember that combination, peace and bliss. Arise from seeing the Buddha. So this is for very privileged people, okay? If you want to find peace and bliss, all the peace and bliss will arise from seeing the Buddha. What does it tell you? Hello, anyone awake? Jung, are you ready? We still have another hour. Okay. So many worries. This tells you very simply that if you're after peace and bliss, draw near the Buddha. It's a very, very powerful statement. You want more peace and bliss in your life. This is implied. All meaning, I translated for you, all meaning you want more and more and more and more. Yeah? That's us. All is not this. Because it doesn't matter, you can have all the money in the world, but you still want more. Right? Okay, so that's what is meant here. All here means that you want more and more and more of what? The peace and bliss. Those of you who want more and more of peace and bliss, go see the Buddha. It's so subtle. Yes, 3.
So we have no hope in this world. The Buddha is not here.
I can't hear you.
So we have no hope in this world. The Buddha is not here.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? So does that mean we cannot have peace and joy and the bliss in this world since the Buddha is not here?
Who says the Buddha is not here? You're a typical American or Chinese American who says, I got to see before I believe it. You see a Buddha here? Anyone sees a Buddha here? Hey, Sunim, Korean Sunim in the back who just walked in. I hope you have a good nap, okay? Anyway, you see a Buddha here? Sunim? Where? Speak up. Behind me. This is the one who just came to us a couple of years ago. And you've been with me how long? And you don't see any Buddha here?
I think in other contexts, you said that seeing the Buddha statue is not the same as seeing the Buddha.
What does seeing the Buddha mean?
I think getting the help from Buddha.
Is it the same as knowing the Buddha?
I don't know what's knowing the Buddha.
I just discussed to you the difference between understanding and knowing. You're confusing understanding the Buddha versus seeing the Buddha. What else? Hey, Korean Sunim. What else is he a Buddha? Am I funny?
Hello. In our mind.
Hallucination. Okay. I can't argue with that. You see? Yeah. Seeing the Buddha, Jianfo. Jian here, you Chinese. You should know better what does Jian mean. Help is here. Hey, Jung, I know you've been waiting. Yes, you have. Don't shake your head. They're here. You say, thank you, Lord. They came to the rescue. All 3 of them. You late. Okay, what's Jian for? Kiến Phật. For your information, when you see the word in Chinese, the word Jian or Vietnamese Kiến, okay, and that refers to all your 6 sense organs. It's not just seeing. When you perceive the Buddha, the Chinese, when you use the Jian, is actually when you perceive the Buddha. Get it, huh? Remember that. Yes, Wei Mao.
Master, do we have to have certain condition with Buddha to be at peace and bliss when we see the Buddha?
Not really. If you're able to perceive the Buddha or see the Buddha, then that's when I will paraphrase it for you, because the verse is kind of misleading, kind of is a hidden meaning there. To see the Buddha, meaning when you perceive the Buddha, then all the peace and bliss will arise, which to me I translate as more peace and bliss, because the Chinese, they only see as bliss. It's static. I'm teaching you American Mahayana, where you actually want more and more and more. Okay? This is why the Chinese lost it, because they say, oh, I know, I've seen it, I've got it. No, you only see this level. You haven't seen this level. You haven't seen this level yet. You experience the peace and bliss at this level. You know there's more peace and bliss at this level by seeing the Buddha. Meaning, as long you see the Buddha, your peace and bliss will increase. It's very powerful. You want to improve, in other words, okay? Korean synonym, complete my sentence. You want to improve, what do? Go back to sleep. Anyone else? What you want to improve, meaning to have more peace and bliss, okay? What do? Well, this is very profound. These verses sound so casual, but actually they contain secret messages that people don't appreciate. This is why we spend years talking about one chapter, because I want you to understand the depth of the Avatamsaka Sutra, not just translation from Chinese to English to American to Korean. What do you have to say?
Increase your bliss.
Go back to sleep. Anyone? Are you depressed or something? No, you don't need to suffer to see the Buddha. God! Yes, 4. Is something wrong with you?
Cultivating Buddha Dharma.
I'm all alone. I'm all alone. Close the window. Now I know I still have a lot of work left to do. You are so helpless. How are you going to understand Mahayana without me explaining it to you? Yes, 3. Okay, to the rescue. Make me happy.
Thank you, Master. I think it's create more blessing.
Oh. Yes, Wei Mao.
Master, is that all we need to do is just to see the Buddha?
That's what the verse says. You don't think anything new. I'm having a headache. Yes, 6.
Thank you, Master. Is it faith? You have to have faith.
Faith?
Yes.
No, you don't need faith. It's too difficult to talk about faith. Anyone? It's so simple. It's beautiful. That's why it's so beautiful, the verse. It's so beautiful because you see, in a very poetic way, it tells you to do something that's so obvious, but it's so beneficial. Yes, Way Mountain.
Thank you, Master. We need to improve.
When you talk improve, what's you talk improve?
If we want to see the Buddha, we want to feel more bliss, then we need to improve our samadhi.
Yeah, okay. All right. Can I just give it to you? This is agonizing. You're getting further and further away. Yes, Way Mountain. The Koreans, they're smart. I'm staying out of this. One Korean sunim is bad enough. Yes, Way Mountain.
Master Lily said, yes, Master, I think I see the Buddha right in the Dharma you are teaching. That's Lily, and for me, it's go to the temple more often. Johnny Temple.
Why aren't you a monk yet? What's the matter with you? Huh? How come he gets it? When our Sanghas don't get it, even Korean Sunims, including, Vietnam Sunim, no one gets it except for this non-Sanghan person. Yes, go for it.
Is it open?
Yes, sir?
Is it open your Buddha eye if you wanted to see the Buddha?
Take your wife shopping, okay? Do something. Do something useful with your life. Next, what's that? Is there another thing? Way Mountain comment.
Thank you, Master. We just have patience and patience. Eventually, we can see the Buddha.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, very good. Okay, so yes, Way Mountain. It better be good now. That's it. Sinan, that's she says she raised her hand and then she says, but I don't want to say anything. Yes, Malcolm, go ahead.
So, Master, I bowed to the Buddha before and felt that the Buddha was there, especially during the refuge ceremony. But I've never seen the Buddha because also I think you said in the Dharma, if you see the Buddha, then you lose a lot of blessings if you see.
I'll be nice today. Okay, can we just cut it short? Because I find it hard to control my frustrations. Yes, JMT. Okay, I better be nice.
Emitofuo Master, reciting the Buddha's name.
Nice, very nice. Some days I feel so lonely, you know what I mean? I don't know why, but I feel like, what am I doing here? After 20 years is all I got? No, actually very profound, folks. It's so beautiful that this is why I make fun of you. I want you to appreciate the beauty of these verses. They sound so simple, but they have like a riddle. The riddle is the riddle that you hear, or the Delphi riddle and so forth, they make you feel stupid, right? Right? When people give you a riddle, name a riddle. Chung, give me a riddle. Cool, give me a riddle. You better have riddles when you go see your customers. Okay, never mind. Okay, riddles, when you hear riddles, they're designed to make you feel stupid. Okay? These verses are designed to make you feel brilliant, and yet you don't understand it. It's wisdom, so much wisdom here. It's incredible. I just explained to you. All the peace and bliss in the world arise from seeing the Buddha. What's implied here, the secret message is that, I just explained to you, only half of it, is that it's telling you that, do you know that your peace and your bliss can keep on increasing infinitely? Did you know that? If you're happy what you have right now, don't. You can get so much more. That's the first message. And how do you get more? By seeing the Buddha. Isn't it beautiful? It's more or less a riddle when you think about it. But it doesn't make you feel stupid. You like the first level, fine. But if you come to DTT, Avatamsaka Sutra lecture, then you get the next levels. Just kidding, that's way mountain. Oh, back to her now.
견불이라는 게 저에게 있어서는 부처님의 말씀을 듣고 저의 어리석음을 이렇게 알게 되었을 때 내가 정말 어리석었구나, 이렇게 하지 말아야지, 부처님의 가르침대로 살아야지, 그런 마음이 들 때 제 마음이 편안하고 기뻤습니다. 그런 경우가 견불이라는 생각이 듭니다.
Master, to me, seeing Buddha is listening to Buddha's teaching and then realize my own stupidity. And then you say to yourself, oh, I should live my life just like how Buddha taught us. And then from then, I think we could experience the peace and bliss.
That's seeing the Buddha, absolutely. You've been laughing at her and say, what is she talking about? That's seeing the Buddha. Yes, one way to see the Buddha. Let's take a chance with 4.
Is the seeing like seeing yourself in nature? It's some kind of accomplishment of cultivation.
Even before that. Because peace and bliss can happen before you see your nature. You want more peace and bliss, see the Buddha. That's a blunt message. And yet it's put in very flowery terms. You want more of the good thing called peace and bliss that we can all use? What's peace and bliss, by the way, in practical terms? Peace and bliss is healthier. When you experience peace and bliss, your body is healthier, automatically. That's why I saw a lady this morning, she's not well and so forth. And I said, you should do this, you do that. And I told her, finally I said, you should come to the temple as often as you can. That's seeing the Buddha. There's so many ways to see the Buddha. Whatever you do in terms of the spiritual thing that we guide you is to help you see the Buddha. Okay? Things we do. Okay? Right here, help you see the Buddha is right behind me. But there's many, many more. This is one out of a million things we do to help you see the Buddha. Believe it or not. So I'm trying to explain to you at both sides. One side is you want to improve, you want to have more peace and bliss. Find a way to see the Buddha. On our side, if we want to help you, we need to help you see the Buddha. So it does not preclude from getting statues, does not preclude from getting a building here, okay? All those will help you see the Buddha, but it's a lot more. than just things to help you see the Buddha. You develop the skill, Sobosuni, to help people see the Buddha. That's how they get more peace and bliss. The teacher benefits all sentient beings, is placed here. Okay. So he benefits everyone. Okay? And it's that simple. Look at the mindset. He's not saying, I only, like some people go for us, I only like Republicans. I don't like illegal aliens. You may be right, but you're not benefiting everyone like a Buddha. Therefore, your wisdom is limited. It's not about right and wrong, folks. It's about looking at what the Buddha does. He benefits all sentient beings. Okay? He's a place of universal refuge, saving and protecting them. Okay? How does he teach them? See, that comes in pair because the pairs, they carry the same message. He benefits sentient beings. What does he do? He's a place of universal refuge, meaning he accepts everyone. Okay? Arabs, Jews, aliens from Mars, illegal aliens from South America, okay, from everywhere, okay? He accepts them all, saving and protecting them. No more political message today. He proliferates all happiness and all and joy, all in the world experience them without end.
出生一切诸喜乐，世间贤德无有尽。
No one ever sees the Buddha in vain. Flora Banner is enlightened to this.
能令见者不唐捐，此是华床之所恶。
Can I ask you a question? People told me that I'm too slow, I talk too much, and you agree with that? You want me to go faster? If I go faster, I cannot dig deeply into these things. To me, they're so beautiful. Okay? And I don't know why, but when I read it yesterday, I didn't see any of this. Not until I ate some Central food today. Central Vietnam food, and all of a sudden, it comes out. I swear to God, yesterday, look at this. I couldn't see anything. I said, okay. I had to read Master Shinwa. I said, okay, yeah, I can talk like this. But today, after lunch, I don't need to read at all. It just comes out. Okay? Now, he proliferates all sila. Can you explain to me, Chinese people? Sila, what does it mean? Before I open my big mouth, non-Chinese mouth, to explain Chinese to you. Sila. I see as si is joy, le is bliss. They are not necessarily happiness and joy. That's why I'm asking you. Don't worry about them. They did their work and did the best they could. We don't need to worry about hurting the feelings. The objective is to do the best job possible for the English-speaking students. So sila, is it just happiness and joy, or is it joy and bliss? Here's my rationale. He proliferates, okay? He produces, he creates all sorts of joy and bliss. To me, that's what it means in Chinese. He produces, he creates all sorts of joy and bliss. He produces, he creates. It's on purpose. It's like creating a video. It takes deliberate efforts. Okay? So far, so good? That's how I read it. He creates. 出生 is to produce. Okay? He creates all kinds of 喜乐, joy and bliss. Joy is joy to the world, like Beethoven. Anyone listen to classical music? Master Z, do you know what I'm talking about? Joy to the world, da 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 da. Okay, joy. Okay, I on purpose bring Master Z so that his mothers can get a close look at him. It's very subtle. Okay, today is the third time already. That's called joy. Look how happy he looks. Look how happy they both look. Okay? So he produces all kinds of joy. Joy is what you need to feel to make yourself feel alive. And bliss is what makes you rise above your constraints of the body. Joy is constrained to the body. Love transcends the body. Wow, I never explained that before. I'm telling you, Central Vietnam food. It's only for today. That's it. Do you see how profound it is? 喜乐 is that he's going to help us bring joy, meaning good food, seeing someone, okay? Watching a movie, listening to a symphony, that's joy. Drinking something, that's joy. Don't think that in Buddhism, we just, that's love, that's bliss. Hinayana, they stress, you drop everything to experience bliss, okay? That's only for training purposes. And after, you need to look into Si, like the Mahasattvas. Because you stop at you never become a Buddha, by the way. Never. I want you to understand that if the people teach you that you give up everything, okay, and so forth, that's they're only teaching you half of a way. Avatamsaka Sutra, right here, teaches you, you begin with, when you want people, you need to give them Si, or He, or joys, and love. Joy is not enough. You have to remind them. Bliss as well. Okay? Joy is important because it makes you feel alive. It motivates you. Okay? And it helps you connect with your family, with the people you love, and people you care for. That's a Si. Without Si, you cannot connect. Agree? Your mother, you give your son a car? Anyone? Huh? Okay? You bring joy. Okay? And love is the soul, the joy of the soul, if you will. Two different things in life. That's very important for us, all of us. How do you say that in Espanol? YouTube comment.
This is from the Spanish YouTube channel. Master, if you would speak faster, there won't be a connection and depth in the teaching.
Muchas gracias. Okay, so that's what I like to do, share with you the depth, because you seem to enjoy it more, and I do it because I encourage people to feed me with Central Vietnam food, just in case. Yeah. Okay, so my teacher, he covered very fast because he created the base for us, okay? And if I do the same thing, then I don't need to do the same thing as he does, because you might as well listen to him, watch his videos. What we try to do is add more dimensions to the teachings. But thank you for the feedback. All in the world experience without end, okay? The si and the le, he creates them infinitely, non-stop. Sometimes the same thing, okay? Today, it's a red car. Tomorrow, it's a yellow car. Remember, red is Ferrari, yellow is Porsche. Just in case you don't know. How can you live like this? I enjoy cars more than you do. Never mind. And someone that I allow to drive my Porsche, you know what she says? He says, I like Cadillacs. Why? It's more comfortable. You know, it's the first time in my life that someone told me that they rather ride in a soft chaired car. Anyway, shocking. All in the world experiencing without end. So this si le here is for everyone to enjoy. It's not for just the privileged, okay? No one ever sees the Buddha in vain. So he also says here, if you see the Buddha right here behind me, it's never in vain, okay? And meaning that what's implied here is that when you see the Buddha, you have more of joys and bliss. Can you see how subtle it is? Isn't that cool? See the connection. It says, he creates bliss and joy, right? For everyone. And no one ever sees the Buddha in vain, meaning that you keep on seeing the Buddha, you have more of the joy and the bliss. So beautiful. Flower banner is enlightened to this. Next, the ocean of the Buddha merits and virtue is infinite. Its boundaries cannot be found.
佛功德海无有尽，求其边际不可得。
His light shines throughout the 10 directions. This is liberation with king adornment.
光明普照于十方，此庄严王之解脱。
Okay, and so the ocean of merit and virtue is infinite. The Buddhas, if you want to be a Buddha, this is what you need to do. Create infinite merit and virtue. All right, that's a message. And the proof is that his is like an ocean. Okay, you cannot see the bounds. You cannot possibly see it. And so the message is that don't ever say that I've done enough. Please. That's not Buddha's mind. Okay? Its boundaries cannot be found. And your mind should be as limitless. Its line shines through the 10 directions. Because of that, merit and virtue, it has light here, meaning wisdom. In Buddhism, light is always a result of manifestation of wisdom. And this wisdom shines throughout the 10 directions, meaning what? It's very, very subtle. The wisdom can brighten everywhere in the 10 directions, meaning that it's nothing, no problem in this world that the wisdom cannot not resolve. Don't worry. This is what happens to me the last 20 years. Every time I go into something profound, the car alarm goes off. I'm telling you. At Lu Mountain Temple, before we came to Lu Mountain Temple as well. As soon as we go in something profound that's not said before, the car alarm goes off. Isn't it reassuring? I used to get afflicted. I said, what happened to Dharma protector? Huh? See what I mean? Okay. Now I say, okay, if you're sleepy, go back to bed. We understand. He shines around the 10 directions. He does not discriminate. He goes everywhere. He doesn't say, this is too far for me. This have no connection. Okay, I don't go there. He goes everywhere. As a Buddha. Why? Because as a Bodhisattva, he did already. He went everywhere. Okay? Yeah. It's funny, one of my disciples decided to go to Africa. And I said, why? How far is Africa from Iran? That's all I know. My geography is very, very bad. Okay? I said, far, right? Africa is pretty far from Iran. I said, thank you. Thank you, Lord. Okay? But I said, it can be dangerous. You see, that's how limited I am. I am American through and through. Okay? But Buddhas, they go everywhere in the 10 directions. Isn't that cool? So when you feel a little bit safer, you're not scared anymore, that's when you go in the 10 directions. Okay, thus come one's magnificent sound issues forth always, revealing the true Dharma of leaving worries behind.
如来大音常演唱，开示离忧真实法。
When sentient beings hear, they rejoice with delight. The roar believes and thus accepts.
众生闻者咸心悦，如是吼声能信受。
Okay. Did I go this far? Okay. The thus one's magnificent sound issues forth always. It's referring to the Buddha. Sound is Ta'in, not magnificent. It's great sound. Great is much more meaningful than magnificent. Great, it means awesome, means a lot, means loud, means terrifying, it means a lot of different meanings. So can you change it to the Buddha's, thus come one's great sound, okay, is constantly Chang, Yin, Chang, is constantly speaking Dharma. And what's Chang? You don't know? Okay, never mind. Next time I will bring my own Chinese dictionary, even though I thought I could count on Chinese disciples. But they're busy. Okay, so he has this great sound here. the great sound carries many, many wonderful meanings. Ta is die, is great. Okay, that has a lot of meanings. Yes, 4.
So chang is smooth, unimpeded, like unconstrained, impeded.
What?
Unimpeded. Is that
unimpeded?
Yeah.
Yin chang.
Means there's no obstruction or constraint. It's tong chang, right? It can go through.
Okay, that's why they translate is always. It's not incorrect. Okay, so the Deskam one's great sound is constantly yin. Chang is constantly. I don't know, I have to think. Okay, forgive me. Okay, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the translation job. Okay, I need to go into that mode. Later, when I am about to retire, I will go into maybe more translation work, but not now. Okay. Anyway, so my frame of mind is different. So what it says here, that the Buddha is always speaking Dharma. When Buddha speaks Dharma, it never stops. He never stops. That's the point. Okay? And his sound is great. When he speaks Dharma, he produces great sound. That is called great sound. The greatest sound, if you will. Okay? And Master YongHua talked about the future. This is a very good story. You can read it. And revealing true Dharma with the capital D of leaving worries behind. The yo. Okay? So corrected to the Buddha Dharma with the capital D, the true Dharma. Of leaving worries behind. So when the Buddha speaks Dharma, okay, this celestial king, Kinnara king, he says that when the Buddha speaks Dharma, he's talking about the true Buddha Dharma, okay, that will help you. He teaches you the true Buddha Dharma that will help you leaving worries behind. Okay? Will free you from your worries. All right? I'll put an end to your worries. Li is to distance yourself. Okay? To leave worries behind. It's not bad. And when sentient beings hear, they rejoice with delight. So the point here is when you hear the Buddha speak Dharma, it is you will rejoice and you will like it, you will delight it. Raw believes and thus accepts. Okay, so this is a nature of the Buddha. Okay, think of it in terms of Buddha when he speaks Dharma. People who heard him are able to rejoice of what he talked about and feel delightful inside. All right, I have 5 more minutes. I contemplate the thus come one's power of self-mastery arising from this cultivation in the past.
我观如来自在力，皆由往昔所修行。
With great compassion, he rescues beings, leading them to purity. King bejeweled trees enlightens thus and enters.
大悲救物令清净，此宝树王能悟入。
Okay, I have 5 minutes, so I'm going to go a little bit faster. I contemplate that thus come one's power of self-mastery arising from his cultivation in the past. When you're Buddha, you have self-mastery. Self-mastery has a lot of power, meaning what he's talking about here, this power of self-mastery is unsurpassed. Meaning, what's his unsurpassed power of self-mastery? No one can bother him. Nothing can bother him. Nothing can make him suffer. Nothing whatsoever. No one, nothing in the world can make him lose his cool. It can make him lose his peace and bliss. Okay? And that's because his cultivation, which reminds you of 2 things. Number 1, you measure yourself in your cultivation path, how much self-mastery you have. Okay? And you understand that what's implied here is that the more you cultivate in the right direction, okay, it's a direction of self-mastery. Meaning you don't allow others to afflict you, to get you emotionally involved. With great compassion, he rescues beings, leading them to purity. Even though no one can move you, still. You see, on one end, he says, no one can move me. I'm immovable. However, even though I'm immovable, I use my great compassion to rescue beings. You see, that's Buddha Dharma. One end, I'm immovable. And one, so he said, I'm unmovable. That's one side. The other side is that even though I'm unmovable here, on this side here, on my left hand, I'm unmovable. On my right side, I will move like crazy out of great compassion. And that is so Buddhism. You talk on both sides of the mouth. And that's great wisdom, folks. That is the middle way. Okay? You're not skewed at all. Okay? King bejeweled trees enlightens us and enters. Finally, the word, ru. Wu, ru. Wu is awakened to it. Ru is what? This is a perfect door, perfect school, perfect teaching. Wu, ru. What's ru? Impressive, so impressive. Someone who does not even know Chinese. See, he only has to say, enter. Okay? What does enter mean? He's there. Enter museum. You're there. You don't stay outside. Or you enter the forbidden city. You enter the king's palace. You know it's a nice place. You don't stay outside. So Wu is that I'm awakened to this beautiful thing called enlightenment, and I stay there. Some people, they awaken to it, and then they come out and say, oh, I got to go shopping. It's Sunday afternoon. Okay? And it's Sunday afternoon, folks. It's 2 p.m. We end here today. Thank you so much. Be happy, huh? Peace and bliss to you.